Hello, welcome to my channel. Today's video is probably more focused on the 1 year experience of using my Leica M4. I will say that the reason why I bought Leica M4 wasn't that really particularly that I wanted it. It's more like what it feels like Leica. You know what makes it people so in love with it? Because 6 years ago, my closest friend who lives in the Philippines, he has a Leica camera. I think at that time he has like a M7 and M2. I don't remember exactly, but he does have that two Leica cameras. I swear to God, he looks cool with the camera, right? So it got me curious, but I didn't buy any Leica camera over the times because at that time I wasn't really that kind of like getting into Leica. I look at the price, I was like, "Whoo, that's a lot." But here I am, 6 years later. I love Leica, being experienced Leica. In fact, my dream camera, the ones that I gave up on a while ago, finally able to purchase it, which is my Leica MP. But that I will make that video later in the future. For now, let's just talk about Leica M4. Now, Leica M4, I'm not going to talk about technical side of it because I'm pretty sure you have seen a lot of videos about Leica cameras. And overall, it's kind of exactly the same thing. Imagine it's a Leica M6, but without a light meter. That's Leica M4. Let's put that on the side. Let's talk about personal experience of using Leica M4. Straight out of the point, this is a camera that's very limited for some people. For my experience, for my use, and probably you noticed on every video, is that I venture around outside of Tokyo. I'm born and raised in Tokyo. Never been into a different prefecture until except when I was younger, but never been taking a picture with the film camera while traveling. And that's where the Leica M4 that I realized was quite handy to carry it around. Not because it's expensive, but I realized the rangefinder. Let's say, for example, SLR cameras, which is a single lens reflex film camera. SLR, sometimes this is to me, and I think others have no problem with that. Those cameras SLR that are more advantageous than the rangefinder is that you can see what the composition going to be look like through the lens, so you know that composition is going to be exact photo what you're looking at, right? But the biggest problem with the SLR is that it gives too much distraction of composition. You're so into composition, you don't even realize the surroundings. That's where the Leica M4 or Leica rangefinder in general, very useful, especially when you travel around or explore places that you've never been before, but you just want to either do zone focusing because you're in the moment. You want to take pictures as fast as possible, while the SLR just kind of gives you that delay. So I personally prefer rangefinder on street photography and traveling. The other good one is just practicing it, taking the time and experience of learning new skills and trying to find ways to be better at it. For some reason, this camera gave me an excuse to go out more, so which is a great. Walking around, just enjoy your life. That's what, camera that learned me a lot is just having enjoyment in life. Before I met my closest friend in the Philippines, lifetime wise, daily, I was stuck in the home for a while, not being able to go out. But thanks to photography, I've been excited to go out more, make an excuse to be a better photographer, I would say. Without Leica cameras or like a camera in general, without them, I wouldn't go out and be enjoying my life. I'll be stuck in the home and be miserable for the rest of my life. Which is that I bring joyful and thankful of using this particular camera. I like an M4, even though my photos isn't that really great. It's not like a uh, reward-winning photographs, but just walking around, enjoy a life, see people's happiness, and see people's life, their personalities by looking in their eyes is very satisfying me. And I do enjoy using the photography, and I'm very thankful. I say it multiple times because it's very emotional. I'm rambling again. So the only negative that I have for Leica M4, definitely overhauling price. Price of purchasing the camera nowadays is like $2,000. At that time, I bought like literally $1,000, but it was a lot. But I sold it other digital cameras as a replacement of Leica M4 because I have commitment to use Leica. I want to have experience of Leica. I think that commitment gave me the opportunity to just have another enjoyable life. Yeah, even though it's pricey, but you enjoy a lot. But I would say this is not for everybody. I'm pretty sure that you can do landscape, portrait photography with using Leica. Not a problem, as long as that you're experienced and you're comfortably willing to take pictures with the Leica rangefinder. I think if you're willing to sacrifice your time and your finance and just to do street photography or travel around, probably like a rangefinder probably is a good idea camera. You'll love this camera, I guarantee it. As long as you're practicing it, even you failed, that's totally fine. Nobody's perfect. I had to tell this many times, nobody's perfect. But if you don't want to have that hassle of the wasting of time and the finance, then I recommend just getting the SLR camera. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Before we're gonna end this video, I just found out as I'm editing through with it, I I found out that somebody made a song about Leica M4. Why?